also too big. Perfect. Yep. This thing might not be powerful enough. So as most of you guys are already aware, if you've been watching my channel for a while, been having this squealing issue on one of my wheels for the longest time. Actually, it started just before I left home, and just gonna try and see if I can figure this thing out, because it seems to be getting worse and more frequent. It is still kind of off and on. I don't really think it's a safety concern, but it's more annoying than anything, and to be honest, it's a little embarrassing. And it's also just not very stealthy for when I'm trying to camp in new places, especially driving around at night, and if I'm ever passing through neighborhoods. And if it's squealing, everybody's looking, because it is so loud. Oh, God. Okay. There we go. All 6 are loose. Well, that was pretty useless. So I'm not entirely sure where the squealing is coming from, although I originally thought it was coming from that back passenger side tire. Before I left South Dakota, I took that thing off, inspected the brakes, inspected the e-brake and the rotor and like everything. I kind of still have a feeling it is still that one. Honestly, I feel like if it were this wheel, it wouldn't be so easy to turn, but I'm gonna take it off anyway and check it out. All right, so here's what we're looking at. So we got our rotor here and brake caliper, which is caked in brake dust, I think. I've said this before the last time I worked on this, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so don't listen to anything I'm saying. Honestly, I don't see anything that's like super obviously wrong with this right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the tire back on and check the other one. But I do honestly think it is the back wheels, whether that one or the other one, but I really don't think it's this, because everything looks good to me. I'm not going to worry about taking apart the brakes right now, because that just seems like a lot of work. And I'm also not exactly on an even surface. This is slightly slanted, and I'm a little bit scared of that jack moving. I don't want to get all underneath this. Okay, this wheel is very free spinning, so I really don't think there's an issue here. I didn't think it was the front ones in the first place, but I'm checking them anyway. And I moved the van forward a little bit more, just so it'd be a little less slanted. The driveway's not that slanted until it gets way over there. It's really not that bad, but just trying to be as safe as possible here. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I'm honestly looking for grooves in the rotor to see if there's, you know, anything with the brake pads that might be causing an issue, or if there's something stuck in there. I don't see anything like that. And also just kind of inspecting the brake pad width. They still seem to be about the same on both of these front tires. They might be getting a little low, actually. They're running about a 1/4 inch, but they still got some life in them. So we might be nearing a brake replacement pretty soon, but I don't think that's the issue, because this has been going on for, I don't know, like the last 10,000 miles. So it is not the brake pads themselves being low that is causing an issue. I seriously think it's still something to do with the e-brake. I'm honestly thinking about just removing the e-brake entirely, just to see if it fixes the issue. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but I kind of don't know what else to do, because I don't feel like spending a lot of money to have somebody look at it and them not even be able to fix it, or for it to be so simple that I could have done it myself. So I'm running into a little bit of a dilemma here with this jack because it can't jack this thing high enough to get the wheel off the ground, or the tire off the ground, I mean. The jack point that I'm trying to use is that right there, but it's just too high. So I've got the bottle jack that the van came with, and I think I'm still gonna have to find something to put underneath this in order to get this tire up off the ground. Okay. It's gonna take forever. I hate bottle jacks. Might help if I tighten the screw first. So you got driver's side, rear off, and honestly this is not looking too much different than when I took off the other side like 9 months ago. And this rotor is definitely not going to be able to turn right now because I do have the parking brake engaged. The thing is I'm a little bit scared to disengage it because, well, like I mentioned earlier, the van's at a slight tilt. It's not like crazy bad, but I don't know, I am just a little bit worried. It kind of would be the end of the world if I seriously damaged the van, because then I'd be stuck here at my brother's house. That's where I am right now. Once again, I really don't see anything out of the ordinary. Brake pads, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but they're looking okay. But again, all my brakes are gonna need to be changed out sometime soon. All the lights I got going on are attracting the few mosquitoes that do exist in the desert, and I've already gotten bit like 5 times. Not a fan of that. Threw this tire back on, and I think I am gonna see if I actually do have all the tools to take the brakes completely off, remove the rotors. I should have all of them. I mean, it's just I don't know what my brother's got here at his place. He should have everything though, because he's changed his own brakes before. This is gonna be a tomorrow issue, because it's already dark. Like I said, I am getting demolished, and I need a shower, honestly. Spooky, come here. Come here, Spooky. Come here, Spooky. Say hi to Spooky, everybody. This is one of the friendly neighborhood cats, and he actually doesn't mind being picked up that much. Hey. Say hi, Spooky. He's purring. Say hi, Spooky. Hi. You're purring. You're purring. Okay, come on, Spooky, out of the garage. It's time to go. Time to go. Time to go, baby. Otherwise you're gonna get locked in here. Bye. Oop. Bye, Spooky. Nope. Ow. Okay. Okay, maybe the breaker bar will work. Oh, what? Really? Well, as you can see, it's already kind of getting dark, but it's also cloudy. Taking off the brake caliper, I'm trying to take off whatever this thing is, the caliper holder, so I can get the rotor off. Yes. Well, we got this piece off now. And also this is what the brakes are looking like, so you can actually see them. They're still okay, but will need to be changed out sometime in the future. So one thing that my brother pointed out, and he's definitely more, I don't know, he works on his car a lot more than I do, and he's just kind of more inclined to that stuff because he actually likes it, but he's telling me that everything is just too dirty. I don't know that that's really the issue, but I've been kind of taking the hammer to the outside of this rotor and getting all of this built up. I guess it's rust, and maybe also I don't know, compacted brake dust. I'm not really sure, but it's possible that sometimes it's chipping off and maybe getting inside and causing some of those issues. So you can see that it flakes off. And that's what all this stuff is on the ground. Okay, so I've disengaged the handbrake and the van has not rolled down the driveway. Thank God. This should theoretically be able to come off, but last time when I did the passenger side rear wheel, it was very difficult, so got a hammer. Okay, well, it seems like the rotor's spinning a little bit easier, but I think generally just because of the manual e-brake system that's inside here, it does make it a little bit difficult. I don't know. Guys, I really don't know what I'm talking about. Does not mean it's gonna come out easily just yet. This is the same issue that my dad and I had last time, and it was because of the brake shoes inside. But I just, you know, I've never done this before on a different vehicle, so I don't know if it's really supposed to be this difficult. Okay, so we're watching YouTube videos at this point, and why is it easier for them on YouTube? I don't get it. All the videos that I'm watching, they don't actually show how they get the rotor off, or they do show it and it just comes right off without any issue. It is dark outside at this point. I don't care. I'm not quitting. I don't care if I get bit by mosquitoes. Pretty sure I already did, right here on my arm. Finally. Okay, so now that I got the rotor off, we can see the brake shoes. This expands and contracts the shoes, allowing you to adjust them, but generally you do have to take the rotor off to mess with it. So I think what I'm going to try to do, because I still think that it is these brake shoes that are causing the issue, I'm going to adjust this as small as it goes and see if that helps anything. I mean, honestly, it's still, yeah, it's kind of rusty inside. That's pretty normal. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. This is pretty much exactly what the other one looked like. I don't remember, because it was like 9 months ago now, if we adjusted this. I think that might be as tight as it goes. I put it back on. It did take me a second just because it wasn't going on straight, so I had to kind of bang it on with the mallet, but I mean, now I can easily turn it with one hand. I'm gonna come over here and activate my handbrake, and now I can't move it. So that, I think that's the issue. I might have to do the same for the other side, but don't have time for that tonight. Almost forgot the brake sensor retaining clip. Almost lost it, actually. Well, it's the next day after work, and I've got the whole thing disassembled. Luckily, this was easier to take off than the other side. probably because I've already done it once in the past, and also because I just did it yesterday. I am just kind of working on cleaning a lot of this rust out. I don't really know if that's an issue. I really don't think it should be. I guess it doesn't hurt. I've been using the wire brush right there, and then I've also just been using the hammer to kind of break some of this stuff that's loose off. And maybe it's falling into here, and when that happens, it kind of gets in the way of these brake shoes and scrapes on them. But I really don't know, because I don't see any like grooves in the brake shoes or in here really either, so I don't know. And then this was already tightened as tight as it could go from the last time, so this may not actually fix the issue. Well, all that work I did at my brother's house on the van to fix my squealing issue didn't help. I mean, maybe it helped a little bit, but there's no way to really tell when the issue is off and on and comes and goes kind of on its own without me doing anything. So I'm gonna be taking the van in today to shop to get it looked at, and hopefully we'll finally get to the bottom of this issue. I just talked to a friend of my parents actually that works here, because they said to come and bring it to him and see if he could check it out, and pretty much he's saying all the rust on the outside of the rotor and also just the brake pads need to be changed. He says that's what's causing the issue. I think I need to head out now though. So I got this guy's like backing up on me. If you can see that, we are on a very busy street here in Santa Monica Boulevard. So after he showed me what the issue was, he kind of like poked his flashlight and flathead screwdriver onto the rotors and knocked some of the rust out around them. And now it's squealing again, like really loudly. I'm gonna roll down the windows here so you guys can hear it. That's not as bad as it could be, but it's pretty bad. Alright, so basically, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see any of this, but the rotors, he was saying, are too rusty on the outside here, and they're breaking apart, and which I already knew. But he's saying that the rust, when it breaks apart, gets in between the brake pads and the rotors and is causing it to look like that, and then is also causing that squealing. Like I knew already as well, he said the brake pads will have to be changed in about 5,000 to 6,000 miles, because they're sitting about a little over a 1/4 inch right now. Basically, he said when I do that, I should change the rotors as well. But that it's not really a safety issue, so that's why I've been able to drive around and been fine. Brakes still work fine, but just as that rust gets in between there, it's going to cause a squealing noise, and it's really annoying. But I'm at the library here in Marina Del Rey. Gonna go in there and try to get some video editing done. I'll see you guys in the next update with what happens, whether I decide to get it fixed or not, or just keep dealing with the noise. I don't know how long it's been since I last filmed for this video. I think it's been like a week or something like that, maybe 2 weeks. It is a very warm day. It is October 29th, and it is 81 degrees today in Santa Monica, and the high was 86. It was like almost 90 in LA. I don't know what's going on. I'm really looking forward to cold weather, and I'm a little bit sick right now. Slightly, but I always hate being sick when it's hot outside. I got an appointment to get the rotors and brake pads changed on all 4 tires, so going to take that in right now, and really hoping that this fixes the squealing brakes issue. It is taking us 30 minutes just to go less than 4 miles because there is so much traffic right now. Here's the new rotors and brakes. Those are nice looking. My parents' friend, Alfredo's been kind enough to work on it for me, even though they don't really service the sprinter vans over here because they're kind of too large. They take up too much space and they're generally pretty busy. As you can see, all the cars out here, there's a lot in the shop as well. Now I got to figure out what I'm doing for a couple hours while I wait for him to get this done. They got a lot of cars in the shop, and then they got all these here too, so they get pretty busy, and Alfredo's doing me a really big favor here, so thank you very much to him for getting this done. There's the van in there, and now I'm heading to the thrift store. You're in the way.
Like, is this one?
Oh yeah, where is that again?
It's in house.
And we are once again sitting in traffic.
Crazy case. Well, I think. Oh wait, but we don't know which one is spicy or not.
I guess we don't. It's very rusty, so it's just like
this one. Even here, this the major spray. You see, touch this.
oh, the shoes for
Yes.
the emergency brake.
Yeah, this is a brake.
Yeah, those probably still had some life in them, but they were kind of.
Yeah, but almost, as you see. This
Yeah,
one.
they're low. It needed to be done soon.
Oh no, yeah.
All right, well, the van is done, and just spent a little bit of time out and about because, well, needed to find something to do, and the Dodgers lost, unfortunately, again. I'm gonna drive back to my brother's house about an hour from here and get to test out the brakes for the first time. Hopefully everything is good and no more squealing occurs, because I'm down $1,200. All right, so made it to my brother's house, and absolutely no squealing. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but those rotors are looking so new. It's crazy how clean they are. And we've got brand new brake pads and rotors on all 4 tires. And we have a new cat. Sachi, stop running. Sachi, what you doing? I don't think she likes the light. Sachi. I'm gonna go inside and get some food in my body. He wanted Jack in the Box, so I stopped there to pick some up, and I'm gonna brush my teeth afterwards as well because it's good to have good hygiene. But I think that's gonna be the end of this kind of filler episode, just because I have been really busy with just personal life stuff and my new job taking up a lot of my time and energy. Just haven't been able to get out and really shoot anything like I normally do. Once again, thank you so much for watching this episode of Van Life with Daniel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.